It's so funny, man. You keep laughing at this workout, man. You ain't saying nothing, bro.
Let's go out. Why not?
You saying my breath stink, bro? It's so funny. I'm
See, that's difficult, man.
Huh?
That was a 3-set superset. I mean, 3 exercise superset, basically.
Get the blood in there, stimulate just 3 sets.
Yeah.
Get the blood in there, get everything in the posterior chain nice and warmed up so you can get some push-ups.
Everything's good. All right. Working.
Your lats, exactly.
That's what you do on this one.
Because the reason why I always take the press, that's what keeps it stable. So then that's what's going to allow you to be able to retract without when you retract. If you don't depress and keep that scap stayed, boom, that's when it's hard.
It flares up.
It goes the same for your bent over flex. Yeah, good. So as long as that scap stays set, boom, you'll always be able to maintain that tension. So whenever you get tired, just continue to brace harder. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Rather than trying to
just
squeeze harder. Because as soon as if you just focus on this, you're gonna shred. If you focus on actually keeping that scap stable, keeping your posture, because you notice near the end, your body starts to do this.
Your lats get fatigued, so you just kind of like gives that a little bit. You gotta tap that and keep it up.
Obviously, it's gonna be fatigue here because of what we did here. There's no excuses.
That's true.
You ready? All this stuff. So you can even see, you can tell how that he's depressing because when you watch the traps stay level the whole entire time. And you can see the squeeze is coming from him retracting. But if you were to feel, his lats are completely engaged the whole entire time. And that's
yeah, he's not even moving.
And then if you were to touch here, all here, infraspinatus, teres major, rear delt, that's what get all this area bone. Done.
Oh man. Oh man.
This area, literally this area, is just on this whole area right here.
Yeah.
And that's the eye. Remember I was telling you about the eye? This is one of the movements that we do to be able to get that, develop that eye where it gets, you can actually see it just sitting.
Yeah.
Right, and the teres major right under there. Come on. So, my philosophy, or how I like to approach my training, backwind shows, right? They say backwind shows. But why is the back so important for shows? It's because it has a lot of muscles. But not just that, when we're training, those muscles are the muscles that stabilize us for all of our upper body workouts. It don't matter if we're doing arms, shoulders, chest. What takes that load on the eccentric phase? It's our back. But a lot of people don't understand that scapula and also how to keep that spine in perfect position, everything down.
Yeah.
So now we can keep the load on specific muscles. Same thing when I was training you in back. We lock in the legs, we get the spine in, now where we're rooted. So now as soon as we grab a machine, no matter the angle, we're anchored, so now we'll be able to generate that power and put all the load on a very specific area. Right. So the reason why, if you notice, I work back. So I like to get the rear delts, get all this done. Even for shoulders, I like to work from the back to front. What does the average person do? They work from the front, they put all the energy in there, and then they may do a couple of rear delts, they may do a few things, and when they get on stage, they don't have rear delts. They mainly have everything from this part forward. They don't even have middle delts. So that's why I like to, even for legs, I focus on the back and then I work my way forward. Delts, I work my way from the back and I work my way forward. So that means everything is always being hit. All that energy from the beginning of the workout is in here. Because now when we go to do shoulder presses, all this is already stabilized. Not just that, most people also like to start with shoulder press first. Well, what's the problem with shoulder press? Nothing is warmed up yet. So you can lift extremely heavy. Over time, AC joint's gonna be at risk. Something I'm going through right now. So what I like to do is I like to get as much blood as I can, which we're gonna do. Get as much blood in all three heads of the delts, and then we're gonna go do lifts. And you'll realize you won't have to lift that heavy to get the same effect and stimulant on the shoulder. But if you start, 50 pounds, killing it, boom, 80 pounds, killing it, 100 pounds, okay, now you're starting to struggle, but the burn starts to kick in the heavier you lift.
Right.
But if you get this muscle full with blood and then go, you won't have to lift as heavy. 1, 2, less risk for the AC joint and the acromion area. But that's just my approach on how I like to do it. But we'll see how he feels. Are you ready? I gave you a good enough rest. So every 5 reps, you already know. Every 5 reps, 5-second holds. You already know my routine. And keep your posture right there. Good? Let's go. So one thing that I find that is very important, especially for any muscle group, play around with your tempos, right? Add some long holds in the middle, in the end, in the beginning. Mix it up all the time. Don't just do I'm gonna hold in the beginning and now I'm gonna do continuous reps. Add in holds in random positions, random spots, and you'll notice that it's gonna act very differently. The muscle's gonna respond very differently. And then you'll realize, and you'll be able to learn how to intensify your workout without necessarily having to continue to go really heavy. Keep lifting, keep lifting, keep lifting. Done. Oh, no.
That's something.
Yo, it's so funny, man. You keep laughing at this workout, man. You ain't saying nothing, bro.
Let's go out. Why not?
You're saying my breath stink, bro? It's so funny. That's only 2 sets.
Only 2.
Only 2 sets of laterals. You're already getting full. And it's funny, you can actually see it. You can see the pump from the rear. You can see it here, and look, it fades off. We haven't even hit ant delt yet. And then when we hit ant delt, you'll see the whole thing, the whole circle, right from here to here. So let's start with the 10s. 10 reps lateral. And then when you're done, 10 reps full. You got a lot better about that now.
Oh, man.
You done. Great. Your form's a lot better now. You starting to get the concept? The concept starting to make more sense?
Keeping that, you know, a lot of it just engaging the back, you know? Once you engage the back, it keeps your posture upright, and then it just leads you to go forward from there. But the moment you let your chest collapse, right, everything changes.
And that's what I just explained at the rear delt machine.
Exactly.
So beautiful. So yeah, and here's the beautiful thing. What my cues is universal for every single thing that you do for any upper body workout.
Yeah.
Scapular control. Excellent. And there's nothing, if you notice, we don't really take, I'm not a big fan of like taking 2, 3, 4, 5 minute breaks. How I like to approach it based off of the size of the muscle, it's kind of like how much of a break it really needs. Look at a rear delt, you have your middle delt, and you have your hand delt. While we're standing here talking, that muscle is recovering so much compared to if we're doing like a legs, if we're doing quads, heavy squats, okay, fine. We can give more. But like when you see guys doing arms, biceps, you only got what? 2 heads, brachioradialis, long head, short head, tricep, only 3 heads in the shoulders. You don't even need taking 5, 10 minute, I'm over exaggerated, but you don't need long breaks for these muscle groups. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, I'm gonna sip on something while you're talking. But when we go in and we're doing like functional lifts now, like shoulder pressers, things like that, where we're really now trying to put a lot of strain on the muscle, and now we can take a little bit longer breaks. But stuff like this, keep it moving, keep the blood in the muscle. Don't be taking long breaks. Remember, it's not about just accomplishing 10 reps. Every rep has to be quality. So if you start noticing you're doing these, but you only got three reps left and you're almost there, don't do that. If it ain't perfect from the beginning and it starts to get to the point where the form is breaking, just stop. Okay? Yeah. Six reps. 1, good. 2, good. 3, good. 4, good. Here we go. 1 more. Excellent. Good job. Oh, man. Ready to push?
Yeah.
This is what's going to help you to even be stronger, right? So what I want to do is whenever you're getting in a seat, especially for a push, you see my glute? Anterior pelvic tilt, arch your butt, and anchor your butt right in this corner pocket area here. And then when I do this, now watch what happens. As soon as it's gonna allow me to be able to anchor myself in and get my feet in. So now look, when I push my feet in the ground, it's not pushing me out the seat. That's why when I came here, it was a little bit soft by the glute. Because if you're using your legs to push yourself, you should be pushing yourself. It should be pushing you into the seat. And look at my body. Watch. Look in the mirror. Where's the resistance taking me? It's taking me backing up. Well, why is that so important? Where is the line? Where is this force going? It's going up. So if I'm pushing my legs, it's pushing me into the seat, which then now my body is coming this way. My force is going in this, basically linear with the resistance that you're going to be pushing. But if your legs is pushing the ground and it's pushing you out the seat where now you're arching, well then now look where you're cutting your power. You're cutting your power off in your spine. Because now you're arching where your butt is now it's kind of coming out of the seat. You're going to be very, very weak. Watch what happens now. Look at my stomach. Now I'm braced. And now I just posture from my spine, but my stomach is engaged. I'm not just doing this. And look, even if I push my feet in the ground, it's just gonna still push me not in the direction I need to go.
Yeah.
It should be pushing in. So now when I'm here, boom. And look where my glutes are.
Right into the seat.
getting on your tippy toe. You feel that now?
Oh yeah.
You feel that? Now you're basically your whole body, the arms, everything's gonna be like a spring. Push your feet in the ground. Now go.
Oh yeah.
Now control all that beautiful power you got. 3. Put all that power on the muscle. Control the eccentric. There, right there. Boom. Now keep doing that same tempo. 5. Keep your legs in, keep your core on, and you won't lose power. See? Look how much control you have over the machine now. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah. Beautiful. Oh, that's perfect. Yeah. 5 more. 5. Yes. Yes. Come on. 4. Make sure those heels are still digging in. There you go. 3. Right here with you. Yep. 2. There you go. 1 more. Good. How did that feel?
Oh man.
How did that feel compared to your last set? When I stopped you, how'd that feel?
Way stronger.
Way stronger.
Way stronger. I felt power from the legs, right? And everything was just nice and stiff and compact. Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
That's what it was.
So anytime you're doing any seated machine, so even if you're like in a seated chest press, even if you're in a fly, it's the same thing. That 90 degree is that seat. Get that butt in there, push your feet in, boom. You'll get power everywhere. Like posing, right? Posing starts from where? From the ground. Up. Training starts from where? From the ground. Just because you're sitting, it doesn't mean you still can't use the ground to help you. Gravity, everything's pulling you down. But this resistance is going in the opposite direction of gravity, so if you use your legs, you're gonna get more. Yeah, right there. And don't go below your strong point, remember? Right there. Boom. 2. Right there. 3. Yep.
Listen. Doing it. Or in the tricep. I don't know why.
I do notice whenever you're doing it, this elbow is kind of coming back a little bit. Because you notice you can't even hold it.
I can barely hold it. Yeah.
You notice that. And it's because if your forearm, you see right now, right? Grab it. Grab it. Your forearm has to stay under the bar. But when you start to get fatigued, if your elbow is here, but you have to think about it. When you feel this resistance, it's going in this direction. But your forearm is behind the load.
Yeah.
We have to keep our forearm under the load. So now when we push, it's linear. See, because look in the mirror. See how your forearm is directly in line with gravity? When you get fatigued, your elbow is like this. You see now how it's behind you?
Yeah.
So now when you get to the top, that's why on the eccentric, it's almost like you can't hold it. And then when you get to the bottom, you have no power to push.
No.
Does that make sense?
I felt it, yeah.
So when you're doing this, and also, when you're bringing your elbow slightly forward, it's more as if it's in a relaxed position. Because what other exercise, I remember the very first day I asked you, look at me, what 2 exercises do you see in this one movement? Remember this, our very first day. What 2 exercises, look. What 2 exercises you see in this one movement? A shoulder press.
And a pull down.
A lat pull down or a chin up. So the posture that I need to perform a chin up is the exact same posture I would need for a shoulder press. The line of pull is vertical.
Yeah, it is.
It's vertical. Does that make sense? So on the eccentric phase, what muscle should I feel stabilizing myself?
The lats.
The lats. If not, if that elbow goes back, well, what turns on?
Double trap.
See? If this happens, what turns on? So now the load isn't on my lat, because my lat is off. It's going to be on my ant delt. It's going to be on my trap. And also, look at my scap. It's winging. And look at my shoulder. I'm going to hurt my rotator cuff. That's why you have no stability. So when you start it off, we're here. Everyone, look. See, my elbow's here. When you from here, boom. Then you just stay right on that line. You have it with the right, just not the left.
I do have it with the right, yeah.
And again, we're not cranking it because now look, if we crank it, now it's gonna send us even on the wrong angle. Neutral. We're just bringing it to the point where it's just neutral. Similar like what? A front double body. How we train is how we pose. So I'm trying trying to give you a million different analogies just so you can see the positioning on the shoulder press. And I'm gonna give you help out of the bottom.
All right.
The smile says everything. I didn't even have to ask how it felt.
You know what? When that happens, you lose so much power, like significant amount. Because I can clearly feel it with this one. Comes up, no problem.
Yeah.
But with this, the moment I just lose it, I lose all my power.
One thing I do notice, when you extend at the top, the left turns out. So if your left turns out at the top, it's most likely going to stay there on the way down. Those later reps, you start to feel, you start to lose the stability in the later reps. I was watching your arm, so actually it's the top part of the squeeze. You're doing this.
Almost like,
and just slightly. You're letting the elbow, when you extend, you're letting this elbow open up, but this arm stays right in the path. So then when you go down, now the angle has changed. And this only happens when you get fatigued. The second last rep, I saw it hit. And then that's why you stop the rep after. And it's because you lose it at the top, I saw it. So when you're here, even at the top, keep it right there. Remember what I said, whenever you're going in that extension, once that arm is fully extended, that's it. Make sure you're not turning that scap on and then trying to push even more to squeeze the end out. You don't gotta do that. Just let it sit. When the elbow stops, you stop. Boom. And the tension's gonna be there right away. Does that make sense?
Especially when you brought it up, right? Kind of like, almost like rotate it.
You are. Okay. And is this the same arm when you're doing deadlifts, that drop one?
I can't remember.
When we were doing high rows. And remember?
It's the same arm, yeah.
It is the same arm, right?
It's the same arm, yeah.
So that's the arm that wings.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That makes sense.
It's the same arm.
That makes sense. Yeah. Because remember when we were doing the high rows, you were like this?
We were.
And how this one automatically always extended whenever the arm was straight?
You did the stretching exercise on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, same one.
Same concept. Same concept. But also your shoulders are probably extremely fatigued, so yeah, the joint is gonna start doing things because now that strength is gone. And that's what I mean. Now, let's say we started off with this exercise.
Oh yeah, we can load it up.
We can load it up. And now imagine you loading it up and that shoulder is in the wrong position. You're fine now because you're young. Put years on that rotator cuff muscle of stabilizing in this position for so long, either your rotator cuff is going to be trash or that AC joint's going to be fried. And then now you have impingement where you won't even be able to raise your arm. Lateral arm raises, because you're always going to be stuck like this. I have clients like that.
I was almost like that when
you were like that when you started. You was.
I was.
But what did we do? Once we started becoming more aware of how to stabilize the scapula while we're doing the movement, well then now it improves. But now you need to pay attention to when you're pushing. But anyways, to go back to my point, imagine if we would have started off heavy. You could have easily tweaked it, then we go do another one. No matter what exercise you do, you're always now your shoulders gonna feel uncomfortable. We've all had that before. That's why I like to train backwards. I train back to front, and then I'll rather just get as much blood as I can into the muscle before I have to do movements like this. where I can still get the same amount, the same amount of burn, the same amount of pump with lighter weight, and still get my shoulders to grow, rather than I'm loading everything up on this and then being at risk. And each of their own. Like, there is no one style for anything. I just like this because
what works for you?
Bodybuilding isn't everything. There has to be life after bodybuilding. If you can't raise your arms, you can't do this, that, and the third because you're training. No, it's for real.
It's true though.
It's for real. I can name, anyways. Yeah, it's for real. Don't get too comfortable. You saw it, right?
Yeah, so
You see when you got near the end? You kept it here, but when you came back, it was almost like this. From the left. How's that feel?
Oh,
It's corrected. Boom. It's corrected. Turn the scalpel on, right? The press. Keep going. Now let's say you resetted it, but it keeps coming out, you're done. That just means it's fatigue. Your stabilizers are fatigued, the muscle itself is fatigued. Which is, that's why 10 pounds is like more than enough and you're struggling to get 10. Quality, not quantity.
Quality.
Not 7 of that. But you can't even get 10 this. I ain't making you do this for 5 pounds.
Oh yeah.
I ain't making you do this for 5 pounds. Come on. Yup. You got it. Bring it back. Yup, let's go. It hasn't moved yet. Come on. Yup, fight it. You're done. Good job. Because if you did it, you would have did this.
Yeah.
Perfect. Good job today, bro.
Thank you.
Good job.
Good.
So you got what, abs and cardio now?
I'm going to do some biceps. Yeah, finish up with some biceps and then cardio and abs.
All right, bet. All right, let's get it.
Appreciate it.
We out.